What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to get started on the STI hatch paint job. If you guys don't know what the hell I'm talking about, let me explain. We had a few different options. All right, let me backtrack some more. We bought this car right here. Don't mind the Subaru idling in the background. So we picked this thing up. We had to do a bunch of body work on the flares, the hidden hardware, peeled the wrap off the driver's side quarter panel, and the paint was all messed up underneath. So I went ahead, ordered up more vinyl wrap, the same red, told it was gonna take up to 3 weeks to arrive. So we had two options: either respray the whole entire car, peel all of the wrap off, and rewrap the entire car a different color. And I think we're gonna respray the whole entire car. What's up, bro?
My forearm's hurt from
lots of things.
From lots of things, especially trying to lift a Subaru off a dirt bike jump.
WRX alternator went out. Jared actually swapped it out. He's a mechanic now.
Been hanging around a lot, you know. Picked up a couple of tricks.
Yeah, good thing it wasn't an Evo for that alternator swap.
God, I was thinking that actually. I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Let me help.
So I decided I'm gonna paint the whole entire car, and it's not gonna be black. I'm kind of leaning toward white. Things may change. I'm thinking 040 white, which is a Toyota. It's the white that was on my Tacoma. I forget exactly what it's called. Is it super white? It's like a really, really, really bright white, and it's so sick. So either that or maybe aspen white, so it's an actual Subaru color. What's the M3 color?
Alpine white.
Alpine white, M3 color. That would look sick.
Yeah.
So
or is it Ibis white?
it's Alpine for sure.
What's Ibis white?
I don't know what Ibis white is. Ibis? It sounds like some Buick shit.
No, that's what my S5 was.
That sounds Buick or fucking like a Geo Metro color. Now the shitty part about all this is we already sprayed out a few pieces. That fender right there, that's why it's so shiny, and the wing and some other stuff. All of that is gonna go to waste, but it's okay because now we're gonna get good at painting. I'm gonna preface this. Is that what you would say, Jared?
Yeah.
I'm gonna preface this. Can't talk. With saying I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've painted a few things before, never done a full respray. We're gonna have to do the jams as well, probably the engine bay one of these days, depending on how balls deep we go. And I'm really nervous and scared. But it's gonna be fun because I'm gonna probably mess everything up and redo it again and make it good. So let's get the car down off the lift. We gotta peel all the wrap off. And I don't know how far we're gonna get today because, like usual, we're getting a late start. Bobby's still sick as hell. I gotta take care of her, and it's currently 6:11. Comfort will be your coffin, says Jared. That's a busting background.
Right?
Are you in the coffin?
Right now I am.
All right, let's get the car off the lift, get the shitty. You wanna help me rip the wrap off, or are you busy?
I can help.
All right, Jared's gonna help me pull the wrap off. Pull that bitch out. I gotta take all these cars out. What's that fire shirt though? Matches the... Dude, it's perfect for that WRX. Because this thing would gap pretty much anything on the road.
That's bad.
Admiring your $10,000 bill right there, or what?
This is you know, like art, when it's like a red square, like a Rothko.
I don't know what
Rothko. It's like a red square,
I don't know what that
but
is.
it's like tens of millions of dollars.
That's what that is.
This is a Niemela. This is worth 10K.
Sick.
For sale.
Should we sign it?
Sign it and sell
If you
it.
want, Jared, I can sign that for you, bro. No.
Hell yeah, bro.
You just cash
I'll
out
sell
like,
it on eBay.
like 50 bucks.
You see it first.
I honestly have so many questions now that I'm looking at this car, like on how to paint it. Like, Jared, how do you paint the jam, right? And then obviously you gotta put the car back together. Close the damn door, right? Because you spray the whole thing together. How do you get that to be perfect from there to there? Oh, how do you do that?
It's a really good rattle can job. Taller day.
Bro,
That makes no sense to me. It makes no sense how someone would paint an entire car and make it look good.
I guess
So-
we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, how do you paint in here? Like, do I have to take the windshield out? I might have to take the
Might
windshield.
have to, yeah.
Why is it gray under there?
Yeah, I imagine you take everything off, like glass.
The doors, yeah, because you have to paint the backs of the doors. Unless you don't give a fuck. But I don't want to open the door and
You
it'd be
just
like,
see like a hint of black. And you'll see it'll contrast with if
that'd be hella bummy.
white, yeah.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right.
Yeah.
And do everything.
Oh, yeah.
This is gonna be like probably a month, bro. Now that I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's the problem. All right, well, enough bullshitting. We're gonna rip some wrap off. I'm already seeing some sus things underneath the wrap. So let's get her started.
That's right, you gotta stay clean, bro.
What's gonna be the most efficient way to do this? Probably get it started and then,
And to go from this corner down,
yeah.
I imagine.
It's gonna get paired on the handle, but.
Oh yeah.
The first millimeter.
Oh,
already
dude, this is
missing.
gonna be bad.
Bro, all the clear coat is literally on the wrap. What the fuck is going on?
That's. Why is it peeling up the clear so easily?
Someone did an ass job.
Look at this right here. It's tearing out.
So we got like a millimeter peeled off. I wouldn't say all, I would say 95% of the clear is coming with it, as you can see.
Look how thick the yellow.
That's so interesting. Whatever, just a little bit more.
Good thing. It feels like if you knew the car looked like this, even to wrap it, it feels so bummy.
Yeah, it's a little bit janky. Bro, you imagine the prep work to get this thing like good enough to wrap it.
No, it would take as much time as painting it.
Yeah, fuck all that.
Damn, this is real bad. Wow,
Holy shit.
that's wild.
Dude, yeah, you don't even need heat. It's just gonna, that doesn't help because it just peels the clear off. Holy shit. I'm gonna be sanding for 40 years. Oh my god, dude.
Jesus. Break my neck.
So this is what we ended up with so far. A little bit shittier than expected. Kind of like your motor, bro. A little shittier than expected.
This might be worse.
Like,
Clapped.
this thing's as clapped as you could possibly get.
Yeah.
Half the clear already came off, which is good. Damn. I'm hoping the passenger side is nice underneath the wrap, but I'm not expecting anything nice with this pile of poop. Should we start with the front, or are you leaving? You're out of this?
No, hang up for a little bit.
You're like, fuck this car?
That, but I'll do a little more.
All right, please be nice. Well, it's not a good start. I was hoping that the passenger side would be better than the driver's side, which it definitely is a little bit better. It's actually quite a bit better, but we're still having really bad clear peeling issues. Front fender's decent. It's like just primered black, but yeah, we still had a ton of peeling clear right down there. So I'm pretty sure that I'm just gonna have to completely sand all of the clear off. So it's gonna be a lot of sanding, a lot of prep work on this car. Also, check out that sick flake. Whoever sprayed this thing last added in a ton of extra flake, cold flake. A little bit sus. All right, we're almost done with the passenger side. Let's get this thing finished up. All right, made really good progress. This thing's like 95% done. Of course, we still have like the door handles and there's some odds and ends, little pieces of wrap here and there. Next up is going to be the roof. Really curious to see the condition of the roof because as you can see, where the roof trim sits, it is primered. Let's go ahead and pull that wrap off and see what's going on. Well, I just decked myself in the face and then immediately following, the heat gun shut off and won't turn back on. So we're like literally 99% done unwrapping the car. I'll have to pick up a new heat gun tomorrow because this alone took so long that now it's late and all the stores are closed. This thing all black would look sick, not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie, I think it would look beautiful. Like imagine the whole entire car looking like this fender right here that we just sprayed out. That would be insane, but I have enough black cars and I think white would look sick. All right, I'm gonna pick this video back up in the morning, go grab a heat gun, and then we can get to prep work. I am nervous for prep. It's gonna be a lot of work. What's up guys, it's the next day. I just got back to the shop. We actually, we fixed the heat gun. I was a heat gun mechanic this morning and all it was this wiring right here that goes into the bottom of the heat gun. I noticed if you push down on it, she works titties. So a couple of zip ties later and we're good to go. So here's a full walk around of the hatch and how crappy this paint is, or the body is on this car underneath the wrap. Front fender looks good, of course, because we resprayed that recently. Now that it's kind of pointless because we're gonna have to completely sand her down again. Here's the door, some primer, Bondo, rear door, peeling clear, primer, quarter panel, tons of peeling clear. The entire roof is primered and pretty much all of the vinyl wrap adhesive stuck to that freaking primer, which sucks. Trunk, not terrible. I guess it'd be a hatch, not a trunk. This quarter panel, yeah, you guys get the point. The whole thing is pretty shitty underneath the wrap, but at least we have a nice hood. The more I look at this, the more I'm like dreading all of this body work that we're gonna have to do. I went to the paint store this morning on the way to the shop. So in this box, we got some more stuff. A couple interface pads for our DA sander, some sheets of sandpaper for a big old block so we can block everything out. We got said block. This thing's pretty beefy. Some icing, which is finishing glaze or finishing putty. Some guide coat, which you can use just regular old shitty black paint, but that was already there, so I figured I'm gonna try actual guide coat to see how she works. And then just some more sandpaper, some nozzles for the 3M panel bond that we need. I think I'm gonna get started on some sanding. I'm still lost. I have so many questions on how, when we go to spray this thing, how we actually spray it. Does the windshield have to come out? I'm guessing it does to make it proper. We're gonna have to spray, we're gonna have to pull the door, all the doors off to do all the jams on the car, jams on the door. And then I'm guessing you put the doors back on, but how do you get a good line there? Questions like that. Does that window have to come out? I'm guessing it does. Hatch window. Whew. I know we could just completely say scrap doing the jams and all that, but I already know we're gonna be into this paint job like 100 plus hours. So if I'm gonna do it, I wanna do it right. I don't wanna have regrets. Like, oh, damn, we should've done the jams, but we were too lazy. So that's why I'm gonna do the jams. And as far as color goes, I might do an actual Subaru color, satin pearl white. I just don't know how hard pearl is to spray, so I need to do more research. Like a first time paint job doing pearl white, satin pearl white, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Also, one more thing. I know you can't tell right now because the roof is in primer, but there's a ton of hail damage on the roof that we need to fix. Let's go ahead and get to sanding. Let's start with the door. We do need to pull off this window molding and the door handle. We can do that later. I just want to see how easy all of this is going to sand off because I don't feel comfortable spraying over this clear. So we're gonna have to do a lot of work. I'm gonna pull it outside. Pretty much all this prep work is gonna be done outside to keep the shop somewhat clean. So here's what we ended up with so far on the door. I am using 220, which I know is pretty rough. We can always smooth it out a little bit later before we lay sealer down with like 400 or 600 if needed. I don't even know. Honestly, I'm completely in the dark, like I've said. I'm trying to figure out how deep I want to go. This is where all the clear was peeling, so of course we gotta sand and feather all the edges. This right here is probably the factory sealer. I'm guessing that's the factory base coat, and then of course the factory clear, and then it looks like the respray base coat and then the respray clear. So I'm guessing they just didn't do a proper job, like a proper prep job when they sprayed it out, and that's why it's all flaking off. So I might take the whole thing down to this, which I know that's factory base, but that is gonna be so much work taking the whole entire car down to that. But I'm gonna keep sanding on this door. I do need to go ahead, pull off the handle, the mirror, and this molding, and I'm gonna pull out the hood as well. I'm still undecided on if I wanna do any sort of paint work on the hood or just leave it fully carbon. Drop a comment below. If we end up doing the white, which I'm really leaning toward, I'm definitely not gonna do black. So it's either gonna be like white or maybe like yellow. I don't know, some sort of nice color, nothing crazy. I guess yellow is a little bit crazy, but I'm trying to decide if I want to spray the hood like completely or spray part of the hood where we would leave these vents carbon and the scoop carbon, or just leave the whole entire thing carbon and we could do a black roof and maybe a carbon hatch if they make them. I don't know. Let's go ahead and disassemble some things, pull off the headlight hood so we can prep out this fender and then pull off the mirror, door handle, and the window molding. So this is where we're at right now. The front fender is pretty much completely ready to spray. Door, quarter panel, completely sanded down with 220. I didn't go as deep yet as I think I may need to go. I'm talking with Bobby's dad right now about whether or not I need to completely strip off all this second coat of, or the second respray on this entire car, or if we can just feather out the clear coat edges and call it a day there. I just don't want to spray this thing and then a year or two down the road start seeing paint peel off because the clear coat underneath what we would be spraying on starts flaking off. So trying to figure that out right now. I think it's going to be a good stopping point for today. It's going to be a very, very big, long project, but I think in the end it's going to be well worth it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Gonna pick this project back up tomorrow. Hopefully make a ton of progress on it. I'm very excited. Nervous but excited at the same time. It's gonna be sick. Peace out, my friends. I'll see you guys tomorrow.